Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. Today's topic is not something I like talking about at all actually, but I recently was emailed a video from someone trying to sell me something, and I thought, you know what, I should take the time to try to educate my viewers, try to educate the people out there how to avoid a specific scam called the antique scam. The antique scam is not something that's specific to the Middle East or to Asia or to South America. It happens everywhere in the world. And I have to say, as someone who loves history, who loves going to museums and having the ability for future generations to enjoy these marvelous artifacts left over, it makes me extremely upset to see the type of video that I'm about to show you now. Let's take a look. Let me give you some background and context about that video. A guy recently contacted me and he had said he was from Algeria and that he had access to some old books that he found in a cave. Naturally, I'm interested, but cautious as well. So I play along. First, you tell him, what do you have? What are you offering? You don't ask to buy, you ask to see the goods. He sends this video, a few more videos that he has since deleted and I can't show them to you, and several photographs. Immediately it struck me as this is too good to be true because the binding of the book looks rather destroyed or burnt even. The pages, crackle and pop as if they're old, but the writing looks very clean and clear. So the first thing was I sent it to a friend of mine who's familiar with the Hebrew language and asked her to look, and her immediate gut reaction was this is fake. Nonetheless, I contacted the Israel Antiquities Authority, emailed them directly, and actually they didn't even bother to respond. So I think the answer is that it's fake. But if I hadn't had that access, if I hadn't had that time, or I'm just a sucker, that guy wanted 120,000 dwar or diwar, the local currency, to spend that kind of money. Let's say that the item was real. Antiques and items from the past belong in the public sphere. That should never be taken out of circulation into someone's private collection. In a lot of places, the antique scams, they actually give you real items. In Peru, one of the biggest problems they have is that people go dig up bones of people that lived 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years ago and sell you skulls and bones, and I think that's just horrible. When I was in Egypt, I got this. This is from a friend of mine. This is not an ancient item, but you could easily confuse it as one. Actually, my friend Yusuf, who's part of my Egypt videos, he's a guide and he's also a stonemason, and he made this himself. I really love it, but in the airport, actually, when they saw this, they thought I had stolen something. Took a little bit of explaining to say, no, look, this is modern, this is the same kind of junky thing you can buy, for $5 or $10 at the local airport here. This is okay. When you buy things like this is all right. But if you're buying something specifically to take it out of the realm of being accessible to everyone, to put in your private collection, that's wrong. So let's say you're a legitimate person, you have a legitimate collection, private or otherwise, and you want to buy something. How do you know that you're not buying something that, is legal. For one thing, you don't want to get caught with this stuff at customs or the airport or by the police or anybody, let alone in the country you're taking it from, or worse, even possibly in the country where you're going to, where you live. The first thing you should always do, you should always jump on the internet and try to research these people. Who are they? Are they reputable dealers? Do they have a company website? Do their emails sound professional? As you see, this guy sent me a bunch of photographs of random carvings and things like that to try to make himself appear more legitimate. But you have to be able to see through that. If you take something out, not only are you breaking the law, but you're also stealing the cultural heritage of the country where you were just a visitor or a guest. And that is completely wrong. I'm ultimately not sure that this video will change anything. And it's not my intention to have a preachy attitude. I just hope that inside, if you decide to take something from somewhere and you shouldn't, it could definitely have an impact. Because to me, as a person who loves history, who loves traveling, every little bit means a lot. I wish you a wonderful journey and safe travels.